to build its case that Abrego Garcia should stay where he is and not come back to the U.S. Your response?
Well, Weija, it's good to be with you. And his case is, of course, separate than the case of the Venezuelans that you were talking about earlier.
Yes.
And in Abrego Garcia's case, the Trump administration admitted in federal court that he'd been wrongfully abducted and sent to a prison in El Salvador. But rather than fixing the problem, as the Supreme Court has said, in terms of his need to use their efforts to facilitate his release, they reprimanded the lawyer who made that case. So they need to bring him home. Now, with respect to these other facts, I say put up or shut up in court. As you just heard in your last conversation, they have not done that. And I do want to just read one sentence from the federal district court, who said, and I quote, that the administration has presented no evidence linking Abrego Garcia to MS-13 or to any other terrorist activity, unquote. Go to court, stop tweeting, and put up or shut up in front of the judges.
You bring that up because that is why the administration says that they have deported Abrego Garcia. And you have previously said that when you talked to him, he was not informed about why he was deported or detained. Did you tell him why the administration says they did what they did?
I did not go over all the facts of his case, other than to say that the courts of the United States had determined that he'd been wrongfully detained and deported. He has no news of his case. He did tell me that when he was taken to the Baltimore detention facility, he wanted to make one phone call to let people know exactly what was happening in terms of his detention there, and he was not able to make it. He did not know at that time that they were going to send him back to El Salvador, where, as you say, a federal immigration judge had prohibited the administration from sending him.
You also said that you did not directly ask Abrego Garcia whether he is a member of MS-13, which, of course, the Trump administration has designated as a terrorist group. I wonder why, because that is all we are hearing from the White House. And, he hasn't been able to speak for himself. So did you ask him?
Well, I know his answer. His answer he has made repeatedly, including in court, which is that he is not. I was not there to litigate all the details of his case. I was there to make sure that he was still alive and check on his health. That's what I promised his wife and family that I would try to do. And that is what I did.
Since he was deported, there have been a lot of questions about his welfare and where exactly he is. And you broke the news that he is no longer at CCOT, the maximum security prison, but rather transferred. Do you know why he was transferred and how long he'll stay at this less restrictive prison?
I don't know why he was transferred. I mean, CCOT was a traumatizing experience, as was being sort of abducted from the United States illegally without knowing why. He did say that he felt threatened by other prisoners at CCOT, not those who were in his immediate cell, but taunts from others. So he is now at a place in Santa Ana, and I believe I was the first to learn that he'd been transferred.
I want to show our viewers some pictures